Hey, I've had some questions concerning the new unified rules of mixed martial arts and when are we going to implement them? And I was speaking to the board and everything, and basically at Mohegan we implemented them yesterday when the vote was taken. So if you can do that in your jurisdiction, please do. If you need to go through legislation, we understand. I think we do have to allow some of the fighters to get used to the new rules. So, we're not going to put a mandate on when this is going to go into effect, but, it is a new they are new unified rules, and if you have any questions, you can contact one of the board of directors on it, and if you need any assistance in working with your state or tribal commission to get it done, don't hesitate to give us a holler on it. But I think it was a great day for MMA yesterday. So, right now, yes. Yes, probably within give me a couple weeks. But yes, you will. They will be on the website. Actually, Robert Hines in the back. Rob, you want to come address that? Can you take care of that?
What I'm going to do is I'll put all the new verbiage, everything that's removed, everything that's put in. I'm going to put it in the unified rules just like it was always listed as the list of follows. I'll put that together. Can everybody hear me? I'll put the list together of the unified rules the way they are now. Within this week, I'll send them to Mike. Mike can get them put up on the website as quickly as you can get that up.
Absolutely.
So I'll have that done within the week for everybody, along with the judging criteria and the verbiage for that as well.
They go into effect whenever you can make them go into effect. Let's talk about that.
I mean, I can make them go into effect today, but some states can't.
We just right.
Okay, look, probably every state in here has some provision about health and safety. We all know that IPOC rules for health and safety. Gosh, I think we ought to give states. We got to train our refs a little bit, like we did it here in this room. But I think there's some training that's involved. We need to do it expediently, but I think we need to do it correctly.
Right.
90, 120 days.
What's the body? Yeah, my opinion was you can do it when you think it's necessary. Maybe we should have a maximum amount of time before.
Fine.
Why don't we say 120 days for it to go into effect? And if you have issues, you can't do that. Just notify.
Perhaps you could go faster,
right?
If you guys are okay and they're trained, but we all have. Not all. Some of us have regs that we'll need to change. The promulgation process in California is 1 year. Luckily, I don't have to run through it because I can use unified rules on this type of stuff. But, some states, I just want to make sure this is a big step for mixed martial arts. And we want to make sure that we're given the appropriate time to train the referees and the officials in these new criteria.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes, Frank. Yeah.
It would have to go in our state, and maybe a lot of other states would have to go in front of the commission. I just couldn't go back and say, okay, we're starting new rules.
No, totally understandable. There's totally. We give you 3 months, give you 5 months. What are you thinking? What's the body need?
I think 120 days.
120 days.
Yeah.
Yes, Bill. First of the year. What are we thinking? It's 6 months. No, why don't we do this? Why don't we say 120 days? And if anyone's having major issues with getting it done, just send the board of directors an email, and we'll duly note it and assist you in any way we can. Let's just move forward from there. Is that?
I think, obviously, we're looking a little splintered in the media with New Jersey, obviously being against it. Maybe some other states will come out against it. Maybe if we had a rollout of no one is going to implement them for 3 months. That way, we all look like we are unified, because in a month, if you're implementing them, I can't get them passed in Kansas. There's a Bellator at the Mohegan. The next week, there's a Bellator in Kansas. They were implemented there. I can't get them through my rules and regs, can't get them through for whatever reason.
Right.
It's just going to look like we don't know what we're doing. So maybe a 30-day minimum. A 3-month minimum, not a maximum. So no one will implement them for 3 months, to give everyone a chance to go back and reassess their rules and to see how that goes. Just a thought.
when we have our next commission meeting, which we have one in August, but that's going to have to be the next one, which would be like 3 months down the road, 4 months down the road.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So what are we talking here? Let's.
3-month minimum, 6-month maximum.
Okay. Does that make sense? Why don't we just does that make sense? January 1 for everybody. So it'll allow you to go to your legislature if you have to, and allow you to. So that's when it will be. That's when the rules will begin to have. Actually, that also give you 6 months for the fighters to train in the new rules and regulations, right? Yeah, that's true. We're in August already. What the hell am I doing here? Oh, okay. As long as it's you. So, okay, let's. Does anyone disagree with the rules, the new unified rules beginning January 1? Okay. All in favor? All right. So, as of today, the unified rules will be in effect for mixed martial arts January 1. And again, if there's commissions out there that need assistance in implementing them, don't hesitate to call the board of directors and and the committee if you need some. We have all the literature on it, as well as we have Western MMA in the back that actually has been recording the whole conference. So if you need that for any assistance, don't hesitate to give us a holler.